Well, the new Test Drive Unlimited game literally just got revealed, and I can barely contain my excitement. So, without any further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it, watch the trailer, and I'm going to give my thoughts on it, and I cannot wait to dive into this. Hope you all enjoy. Now, as we watch the trailer, one of the things you'll immediately notice is the fact that really, by the way, pop-ups confirmed, but one of the things you'll notice is that there really aren't too much details in this teaser trailer apart from seeing the Solar Crown logo there and also seeing the woman stepping out of the car. So it's kind of a little bit of a tease. It's actually a really gigantic tease. And as we continue this discussion, we're going to have some Wreckfest gameplay in the background. But anyways, that trailer was very, very, very short and to the point, extremely short and to the point. But one of the interesting things that actually I want to note about that trailer is apparently the game is apparently rated PEGI 18, and presumably that's because there is either a casino or something related to gambling in this game, because I can't really imagine there would be any other part of this game that would give it a rating like that or cause it to have a rating like that. So I don't know if that sort of pre-confirms the fact that a casino dynamic will be making a return or that a casino dynamic will be a large part of the game. But let's go ahead and dive into some of the more specific spots of the trailer and break them down a little bit. Now let's talk about the first car in this trailer. Now, little bit tricky here. They didn't really show us all too much, but I'm definitely getting some Bugatti vibes, although I'm not completely 100% sure. I mean, there's one car in this trailer that I'm pretty sure about, and this is not actually one of them. The car that I'm pretty sure about is the next one we're going to show you guys, but if you have any sort of ideas yourselves of what this first car could be, definitely leave your ideas and leave your guesses in the comment section down below. And I'm really, like, I can't even barely contain my excitement. Again, like I said, because Test Drive Unlimited 1 and Test Drive Unlimited 2 were my childhood. I mean, Test Drive Unlimited 1 was my childhood before I even started YouTube. I mean, going all the way back, I mean, I'm getting so many nostalgia vibes right now that I'm just, like, the amount of nostalgia I'm having over the fact that an actual Test Drive Unlimited game is coming back is gigantic. It's huge, and I cannot express to you guys enough how insanely freaking excited I am for this game, and also how much I will be playing it once it eventually releases. So, God, I am just absolutely over the top with excitement right now. Now, the next shot confirms something very important, and that is pop-up headlights! If you are a pop-up headlights fan, or a Miata owner, because we all know how those Miata owners go on about their pop-ups. Anyways, this not only confirms, obviously, pop-up headlights, but it confirms that there will be a focus on 80s era supercars in the game. Obviously, being that it's a Test Drive Unlimited game, the focus is going to be around supercars and exotics with some sports cars kind of sprinkled in there, but definitely going to be some focus here around, again, around the 80s supercars and some 90s supercars as well that had pop-up headlights. And I was kind of, was going through my brain a little bit as I was watching this part of the trailer, but as I got to the next shot, it revealed something very, very interesting to me. And what it potentially reveals is that we could be seeing a confirmed shot of the Lamborghini Diablo SV. Now, again, if you guys have any other guesses about what that car could be, leave your ideas in the comment section below, but from where I'm sitting, and I kind of replayed this trailer quite a few times to try to verify whether or not that was a Lamborghini Diablo, and while I cannot 100% confirm that it is, I feel pretty confident in saying that that's a Diablo, even in that little bit of a fuzzy, blurry shot where we only get to see it, for like, a second, if that. But I'm pretty dang confident, and I'm also waiting for those 300ZX guys to fill up the comments with, "It's not a Diablo, it's a 300ZX." Anyways, it's probably not a 300ZX. But anywho, it almost completely 100% confirms for me that that is a Lamborghini Diablo. Now, we should also briefly touch on the large version of this shot, and I'm not quite sure what car we are actually looking through here. I originally thought new Ford GT, But then I kind of backed off of that a little bit because I was like, maybe it's like an Apollo or something weird like that. So I wasn't getting Ford GT vibes, and it definitely didn't look like it had... Well, I was getting Ford GT vibes initially, but like the more I looked at it, the more I became a little bit less confident that that's what it was. So again, comment section is open for you guys to chime in on that, but either way, I mean, if it's a Ford GT, freaking cool. If it's an Apollo, freaking cool. So there's really no way to be disappointed there. It's a freaking new Test Drive Unlimited game. How in the heck could you be disappointed with that? Now, in this next shot, we see a pin featuring the logo of the Solar Crown. The Solar Crown being not only the title of the game, but what I am assuming could be sort of the body that gives you races, or the body that you work your way up through the ranks in order to earn rank, rep, money, and all of the things that you really would need to earn throughout a Test Drive Unlimited game. I mean, and even since it's a Test Drive Unlimited game, I'm sure there's going to be a large emphasis on social status, and with it being a Test Drive Unlimited game, there's a whole heck of a lot for it to live up to. I mean, it better have character customization, it better have car customization, it better have purchasable houses, it better have amazing social features for you to do with, like, for things to do with your friends, it better have on-road driving, and it better have off-road driving. There's all sorts of, I don't know, I say it better have on-road driving. I only really said that to sort of kind of set up that contrast to off-road driving, because in my head I'm like, of course it's going to have on-road driving. What else would it have? If it didn't have on-road driving, it wouldn't be a test drive game. Regardless, there are a lot of things that it definitely needs to have, and I think that there's also, again, a pretty hefty chance of them bringing a casino dynamic back to it, if you guys remember that from the older days of this series. And while having a casino dynamic in a game is definitely sort of an odd choice in this day and age for anything apart from GTA, I'm kind of intrigued, because normally you don't see racing games taking that route, so that's very, very interesting to see. Now, I want to spend some time on this final shot because we can see a couple of different characters. We see that character that's blurred out, you know, kind of in the background, and in the foreground, we see another character stepping out of a vehicle in sort of like, you know, a high heel, and I can't quite identify what that car is that they're stepping out of. I mean, I would need to get a little bit more of a, like, kind of sideways look at the wheels, but the car to the left of the character in the background could potentially be a Lotus, maybe a Tesla Roadster. There's a lot that it could be, but unfortunately, it's so incredibly blurred that it's really, really, really hard to make out what it is. And while I wish I could genuinely make out what it is, I cannot. And I've gone over this over and over and over and over again, and I keep looking at it and I'm like, God, I don't exactly know what that is, but I don't really care. I just want to find out. I just want to find out more about this game, and I wish that there was more detail in this trailer. I wish that there was more detail about the narrative, or the gameplay, or the vehicles, or the houses, or the characters, or something, but regardless, there's a ton of questions that they need to answer. I mean, one of the biggest ones being, where is it going to be set? I mean, the setting of a Test Drive Unlimited game is huge, because when you're talking about a big open world game like this, the world that you have where it takes place in is literally a character in and of itself, because if it's not an interesting environment, you're not going to want to drive around in it, and if you're not going to want to drive around in it, you're not going to want to play the game. So that is one of the most important, if not arguably the most important part of an open world racing game like Test Drive Unlimited. Now, there are a variety of places it could be. It could be somewhere in the US, it could be somewhere in Europe, it could be, and more specifically, it could be in, God, who knows? There are a lot of locations that would work. I mean, it could be in Italy, for example, or it could be in California. It could be in, I wouldn't say Japan. Japan does not seem like a setting that would work for a Test Drive Unlimited game. Leave your ideas in the comments down below on where you think the game could be set, because that's a completely and totally different discussion there. Who knows? They could go back to Hawaii. I don't know if I would like them to go back to Hawaii or not. I mean, I enjoyed the Hawaiian environment, don't get me wrong, but I definitely think that there could be more in the world to explore. I mean, I know that a lot of people have made suggestions for South Africa being a location that could be used for an open world racing game. I don't know, some of you guys in the comments could chime in on that as well. There's really a ton of different areas that would be prime for use for a game like this. But again, only time will tell, and only more trailers and interviews and news announcements will give us the information that we are looking for here. So let me know your thoughts in the comments about everything we discussed, and let me know if you're excited about the fact that Test Drive Unlimited 3 will be returning. And also, you can actually follow the game on Steam. There is a Steam page for it, which hopefully means that if there's a Steam page, that can only mean that it is coming out on Steam when it releases on PC. So that's a huge deal for a lot of you guys that don't want to go anywhere else other than Steam. So with all that being said, hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button. Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments. Click that subscribe button if you want to see more, and I will see you all later.